Hi, I'm Cherie Krim, candidate for Panama City Beach, City Council, Ward 4. I'm running because I love our city. I have the experience and dedication to make a difference here. I believe our government should listen to and work for its people. I will be focusing on our community, our environment, and I will always be an advocate for transparency. On April 21st, vote for me, Cherie. My name is Cherie Krim, candidate for Panama City Beach, City Council, Ward 4. I approve this advertisement.
Forms. So, hello everyone. I got TikTok over here. I got the Facebook and the YouTube and the LinkedIn on this side. So, so no tax on overtime and no tax on tips. Well, honestly, no tax on tips, Kamala agrees with as well. And honestly, Kamala's America is not good for us. Please tell me why. So today we're going to talk about women's rights and how you, all of us, are going to decide the election if we're women. So, yeah, she stole it from Trump. Honey, it's not a steal. People have been talking about this for a long time. So I have copy, and y'all can go online as well and find Kamala Harris's path forward, the new way forward. And this right here has women have lost rights. We lost Roe v. Wade. And so we're going to talk about a new way forward today. Now, if anybody is out here and they're not unborn babies, they're fetuses and embryos. So y'all just literally, I love all of y'all. Wow. I should not have any of these restrictions, but I really, honestly, that is crap. So I'm going to go off of here and come back since y'all decided to go ahead and block me at this point. Thanks, trolls. We'll be back. So over on TikTok, the trolls like to come after me because how dare me actually have anything that is going to do, because that should have never been the notice. I'm not sure why, and you shouldn't have done it. All right, so I've restricted feedback. My live does not. So they like to come in and troll me and do these things, which if you've ever dealt with TikTok, you understand. So, all right, I've just gotten restrictions on this one. So we're going to get out of that and we're going to try it again. And we're going to see if the TikTok decides to have the same issue. Hold on. I need to make sure that I set it that people under the age of 18. So we've got live settings, leads, products, promote. Where's the settings? There's the settings. Let's see. We've got all of that. Live gifts. No. Let me see how to restrict, because I don't see here an easy way to do this. So we are going to see. That's the settings. Schedule the live events. No, we're not going to do that. All right, well, we're just going to go live again and see if they knock me off once again, because we've got to love the trolls from the TikTok. So I'm going to give it a second to start over there. So have you heard of Amendment 4 here in the state of Florida? It is absolutely critical that us here in the state of Florida, we end the extreme abortion ban, because women at 6 weeks do not realize they are pregnant. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. We're talking about Amendment 4. And so when you tell a woman that she cannot handle her own medical decisions, that is not, we all know there's a problem with this. Everybody says that we all wanted it to come back to state rights. Nobody wanted it to come back to state rights, because a woman should be able to travel anywhere in the United States and be able to get the same health care. Women are dying because of this extreme abortion ban. Many women are dying because of this extreme abortion ban here in the state of Florida. Now, if you've read, and I'm going to pull up Project 2025 right now, you will understand this is just the beginning of what people want to do to control a woman's body. And so when you dig in here, you will see that they want to force women to give birth no matter how they got pregnant. And I say that because that includes rape and grimgest and human trafficking, the words that I'm not supposed to use. They want to force women to give birth. So that's the thing. And it's funny, right? Because whenever I say these things, there's always some troll that says I can't give birth. You have no idea how old I am. Please go on your own way on that. But it also wants to get rid of abortion pills. Let's also talk about how they want to get rid of birth control pills. You see, Project 2025 by the Heritage Foundation, who Donald Trump is part of, and who they are saying over and over again that it's all about him and this plan. And if you read the plan, you will see that Donald Trump's name is within Project 2025. You can't make that up. You can go read it. So that's the problem. What do grapes have to do with birth? Take off the G. That's what it has to do. We're talking about it. I love it. It hasn't been debunked, but thank you for that, because I know you want to pretend like it has been debunked. It has not. Donald Trump is absolutely going to do the things. And I love it. Women for Trump. Tell me why, Destiny, you're voting for Trump. Please tell me, anybody here, tell me why you're voting for Trump. He can say whatever he wants. He also said that the Haitians are eating dogs, and that was a lie too, right? Blue Boomer in Deep Red, Missouri. Thank you. Missouri, y'all are just like us here in the Florida Panhandle. You have been gerrymandered and messed with, and you also have a problem of Democrats not running in red areas. And we know that if you want to make change in our lovely states, that we need people to run for office. So I thank you so much. He is a better voice. How is he a better voice, Utah? He's going to give tax breaks to the rich, which is not going to help y'all, right? Not at all. So let's talk about Kamala's plan, and then I'll come back and ask y'all if you've got any questions. So we are doing much better right now. You know, Trump and COVID and all the craziness that happened, we're doing great under Biden right now. So we're doing much better than we were. So looking at a new way forward and looking at what Kamala Harris wants to implement, she wants to build an opportunity economy and lower costs for families. And how are you going to do that, right? She is going to cut taxes for the middle class. She's cutting taxes, y'all. It's right here, cutting taxes. So if you believe that the middle class and the lower middle class deserves tax breaks, then you want to vote for Kamala, because Donald Trump is not going to give you any tax breaks like that. She wants to make rent more affordable and home ownership more attainable. So does anybody out there agree that large corporations should be out there buying up housing and renting it out, right? Does anybody agree with that? I personally have seen it happen, and having companies own lots of rental houses is not helping any of our rental economy. So I appreciate everybody here on the live, like and share. I appreciate all of the gifts. And I do want to say, anybody who says I don't know what I'm talking about, absolutely, that would be wrong. You guys can look up my whole bio, shreekrim.com. I have been part of corporate America, and now I'm part of politics and campaign management and working locally to help my city and my county. I have started 2 nonprofits, one of which is the Gulf Coast LGBTQ Center, which is the only safe space from Mobile to Tallahassee. My second nonprofit that I started is around human trafficking. We here in the state of Florida is number 3 in the country for that. But where I live here in the Panhandle of Florida is number 1 for child trafficking. Here in the Panhandle of Florida, we're also at the top for child abuse. We're also at the top for drug abuse and alcohol abuse and poverty. More than 50% of the children in our county live in poverty. I want to see us help ourselves here locally to be able to do more. And we need a president that cares about local communities. So Kamala and the new cabinet that she is going to bring in, and she did say she's going to put a Republican in the cabinet. So it's really important that we know that this is not about us versus them, which is what Donald Trump wants it to be. Democrats want to work across the aisle. Democrats want to save IVF. And if you noticed, just this week, your Republicans voted against IVF yet again, because a woman's right to choose with her body is not up to a politician. So how many children have they lost? Oh my goodness gracious. I love it. Bye-bye. Dems say they are for the middle class, but they have drowned us with their policies. What policies would that be? Beast mode Buckeye. Who is that? Tell me. Let's see. We are gonna no. And any of y'all making crappy comments, it is not about that today. This is about education. All right. So Kamala also wants to help small businesses grow and invest in entrepreneurs here. So imagine if we helped small businesses from the beginning get the money they need. Here where I live in our poorer areas, guess what? There's not a grocery store, but there's a Dollar General. So where's everybody going for their groceries? Think about it. And in fact, Dollar Generals are part of the problem because they specifically go into the lower, poorer areas. They do that on purpose because they know they're going to have less competition for the grocery budget. So it's one of those things. So I love it. Yes, George Soros is paying me. Is that what you want me to say? And I said it. Go ahead and click that, right? Because here in my county, there is this crazy rumor that George Soros is paying me, which is kind of funny. I would love the money. George Soros, hey, you want to help give some money? That would be awesome. Nobody's paying me. My name is Cherie Krim, and I'm doing this because I care about our democracy. And I know that Kamala wants to help all of us, not just some of us. So she wants to also bring down costs. Let's talk about inflation. I mentioned that I was in corporate. So corporations are the problem with their greed and their enormous profits. I don't think any of us agree that corporations should be paying their CEOs tens of millions of dollars while the average worker is not making close to that. And it's kind of funny because corporations are out there making record profits and y'all are complaining about inflation. They're making record profits because they raised the prices that they didn't need to raise so that they could make more money. And that's the hard part. And it is. Corporate greed is the problem. Inflation has been caused by these companies. Just go look it up. Go see what companies and go see what profits they had last year. It's very easy to see where the issue is. Kamala also wants to strengthen and bring down the cost of healthcare. Here in my area, my congressman, his name is Dr. Neil Dunn. He voted against $35 insulin. And I don't understand how in his mind he could make that okay, right? He literally thinks it's okay to force people to pay more for their medical bills, right? That's absolutely not what needs to happen. We have an out of control, greedy healthcare system that honestly, they get to decide if you get healthcare. So as everybody's out there all upset about how other countries have more socialized medicine, those people are also actually able to get their healthcare without going in debt. Here in the United States, what is the number one reason for people filing bankruptcy? It's healthcare debt. Why would we want to do that? And healthcare debt really comes on a lot more as you age. Why would we want to saddle our most vulnerable people with all of that debt? Oh, I know, because we have a monopoly with our health insurance providers, and they get to do whatever they want with their greed, right? So please share and like the live. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody joining, because us talking through these things is important. And hello, we're talking through Kamala's policy right now. I see a new person jumped on over here. We're talking about strengthening and bringing down the cost of healthcare. So where I live, I will tell you, it is a healthcare desert. You have providers, but none of them are really actually, I got to tell you, I won't move my mom where I live because I'm afraid that they will hurt her, because she has Crohn's disease and many other things, and I'm afraid they will actually hurt her here. I am worried about her health, so I won't move her to where I live. That's sad. We shouldn't have to worry that you're going to have subpar healthcare in places. Now, think about all the rural areas that have had their hospitals shut down. Think about all of those areas that don't have near even what I have. We deserve to have healthcare for everyone. Kamala also wants to strengthen and protect Social Security. Rick Scott and Donald Trump, they've said it. They want to make you be older to be able to get Social Security. They want lots of things around it. But we, as Americans, we have set up the system to help us once we're to retirement age. And I truly believe in our Social Security and Medicare. And it's kind of funny when I say Medicare, every time it comes out, I think of Rick Scott, my senator, who was part of the largest Medicare fraud in history. But yet here in the state of Florida, we keep voting his butt back in, and I have no idea. Not a paid Democrat influencer, but thank you. That would be awesome. If you'd like to Venmo me my name, or if you'd like to go to my website, go buy some of my books. I have a book called The Business Case for Kindness, which is about how corporations could lead with kindness and make even more money, because kindness is our path forward. Kamala wants to support American innovation and workers. That's like the CHIPS Act, right? So I think a lot of us know what happened in the 90s and the 2000s, and we started shipping jobs overseas, and we started going for all of this fast fashion and all of this, I guess, not recyclable and not reusable items. Well, guess what? That's why small businesses in the United States are not able to make it. When you have places like Temu and China and those things, we need to set it up so that we are working with American workers on innovation and be able to take care of ourselves here. She wants to provide a pathway to the middle class through quality, affordable education. This might blow everybody's mind, but college used to be free. We used to want an educated populace. And here in my county, since my county is so poor, most children that graduate from our high school can qualify to go to our Gulf Coast State College for free. How awesome is that? Because that is how we need to treat our people. Because education is the key. Because when you are educated, you can understand what I'm talking about with the inflation. And understanding how inflation and corporate greed are the same thing. But if you just listen to what other people say, they want the other companies to be able to go out there and make all the money they want, but yet it doesn't trickle down. We know it doesn't trickle down to us, right? By the way, you like my Kamala t-shirt? I don't think y'all can see Kamala. We make these here. So if you're local and you want one, just let me know. Kamala wants to invest in affordable childcare and long-term care. Childcare. How much does childcare cost? For some people, it's a quarter to a half of what they make. And so if you have to give up that type of money to have childcare, is it worth working, right? That's why I think JD Vance was saying, hey, we are gonna, grandparents need to step up more. How about we have childcare built in? How about if you're going to force us to have babies, that we can actually have childcare, right? So, lower energy costs and tackle our climate crisis. I live here in the state of Florida. We went through a hurricane, a Category 5 hurricane called Hurricane Michael. And I will tell you, it's been 6 years since that hurricane, and there are places in this town that it looks like the hurricane happened yesterday. That is absolutely unacceptable. We shouldn't have to live that way. We should be able to have things where we are tackling this and we're working together. And of course, we can't forget Trump's Project 2025 agenda. I know you guys are going to say Agenda 47. They're the same thing. She wants to safeguard our fundamental freedoms, so restore and protect reproductive freedoms. Here in the United States, a woman should be able to go across the United States and be able to have the health care that she wants. It should not be up to politicians and the government to tell a woman what to do with her body. But yet, oh, I love it. I'm wrong on that. Please, why am I wrong, Dan? Why am I wrong? A woman should be told what to do by you, Dan? Probably not. No, I don't believe in late-term abortion unless the baby is not viable. Because you see, these are the lies. Late-term abortion. Abortion after, I just love it, all they can say. So tell me why you are voting for Trump. Any of you Trump lovers out there, why are you voting for him? Nobody can give me an answer. She also wants to protect civil rights and freedoms because, again, everybody should have the right to vote. And of course, we want to ensure safety and justice for all. Do y'all know what's happening within the schools? You do see all the school shootings, right? And that isn't just being caused. These kids are getting their hands on rifles and automatic rifles and semi-automatic rifles. And they're going in and they want to mass kill people, mass do that. And that right there, we have a fundamental problem in the United States. What other country out there has mass shootings in schools? Here in our schools, just this week, how many type of threats have they gotten about shooting and the kids? And even one of the things that they had out there was talking about how first they want to scare you. Second, they're going to scare you more. And third, they're just going to get you outside of the building so that way they can do it. It is horrible for our children to have to live in this world where they are worried about getting shot up at school, right? Think about it. We have had so many school shootings here in the United States. And in fact, we've had more mass shootings than there are days in a year right now here in the United States. Mass shootings, people wanting to kill people. Why is that? Why are so many people want to shoot and go after the past President Trump? And it's funny, right? It's not Democrats going after him. It's both them Republicans, both of them. And the fact is that guns are the problem. People don't help when they have mental issues where maybe they shouldn't have a gun because they do and they are threatening to shoot up things. You know, we've had such mass shootings here. We forget about Las Vegas. We forget about what happens in El Paso. We forget because there's so many of them at this point. And what just happened in Georgia at that school was a travesty. Absolutely. Didn't need to happen. But yet, we're going to make excuses over and over again, and the NRA is going to get their money involved, and we're going to keep letting, oh, I love it. Oh, somebody is sitting here calling me an Niger. I am not exactly sure, but bye-bye. I don't need your crappiness here. Bye-bye. Kamala, so here's the thing. Police presence in school. Has police presence actually helped in schools? I will tell you, the police haven't done shit. These kids are still going in there. The Uvalde police didn't help, did they? I will tell you, the SRO officers that are out there, our school resource officers is what we call our police in school where I'm at. Those particular people right now, I will tell you, A couple of them have gotten caught being inappropriate with the girls. So, if you're going to have a school resource officer or a police officer, maybe we got to teach them first not to be inappropriate with the ladies in the schools, because it's absolutely disgusting, the things that I have heard that have happened here. So, honestly, nobody wants to defund the police. What we want is the right type of health care and care for somebody. A police officer is not trained in handling somebody who's having a mental health breakdown. We need people with that person who can help them. We need people who are willing to do that. And it's not about defunding the police. I love the police. In fact, I just helped a man get on the ballot here for sheriff. Believe me, he would have never made it on the ballot without me, because I got him a big portion of the petitions that got signed, because I believe that our police absolutely are needed. And we need to go back to community policing, where the police are working with the community and helping with what needs to go on. I will guarantee you, the police officers I have in my area, they have no idea about what's going on with the local people. They don't sit out and talk to an average person. But if they did, imagine what we would know and what we could do. So, oh yeah, all the Trump 2024 comments. Yes. I believe, oh yes, Kamala, you're fired. That's fantastic. I love all the trolls out here on the TikTok. Like and share. Join me. Follow me if you want more of this content, because I'm constantly talking about how women are going to decide this election. Kamala's also going to work on our border, because guess what? We had a border bill that the Democrats voted for and the Republicans did not, because Donald Trump told them not to. We would have a more secure border right now, but the Republicans decided, no, we're going to make that an election thing, so don't vote on that, just like they voted against IVF this week. Kamala is also going to tackle our opioid and fentanyl crisis. We have a lot of drugs, but here's the question. Why are people using the drugs? Why, right? Why are they using them? What is it about the United States that people need to have these drugs to be able to make them feel better so that they can go and work? Here where I live, people use drugs because they have to work 2 jobs. They're working 80 hours a week, and they need drugs to keep themselves awake to be able to do the jobs, because we don't even have $15 minimum wage yet here in the state of Florida. Next up, she's also going to ensure no one's above the law. We all know Donald Trump has 34 felony counts now, and there's so many more lawsuits. And it's kind of funny, because we've never had a felon run for president before, and yet we keep giving him a pass on that. I'm not exactly sure why. Of course, we want to keep America safe, secure, and prosperous. We're going to stand with our allies and stand up to dictators and lead on the world stage. We are going to support our service members. And I got to talk about that in Project 2025. And we're going to do a whole thing about it next week, about the veterans and the military and what they want to do for that. Because honestly, they want to, in Project 2025, close the Department of Homeland Security for veterans benefits. They want to restrict first-time home buyers. They want to take back all VA authority and replace them to ensure they have political control. It also risks losing VA jobs because of what they're doing, and eliminate the Office of Accountability and whistleblower protection. If you're trying to eliminate whistleblower protection, why would you want to do that? I'm not so sure. It doesn't make sense. Oh, I love it. I'm voting for a felon. Well, congratulations. Vote for somebody. Oh, goodness, it does too. I am so tired of this. No. Does not. All right. Submit feedback. I love y'all. Thank you for reporting me, all you trolls. I appreciate y'all so much. You do such a good job reporting me, because they don't like listening to the truth. But all y'all out there with the blues, please like and share, because that's how we get the information out. Now, if you would like to go to, it's called Protect America Vote. And I know I've got their logo on the back here. You can go learn more about Project 2025 from Protect America Vote. Sexy Clown, I just went through Kamala's policies. They're right here. You can go on our website and go see them. So, what questions does anybody have out there today, other than reporting me and making it so that I won't be on the FYP because y'all are so triggered? You poor triggered snowflakes. I had to say it because honestly, I just talk the truth and I can pull facts out. But yet I get, what's Harris's policy? Yet again, I just went through it, a new way forward. Go look it up. You can go back and actually go find the live. I have it on multiple places. So, but I appreciate everybody joining in today. We've been on here for 30 minutes. I'm going to tell y'all to vote yes on Amendment 4 here on all of these stations. I appreciate you coming in. And of course, go out there and go to Protect America Vote and learn more on how you can learn more about Project 2025 and how you can save our democracy. I'm going to end you guys over here on the YouTube and the Facebook and the LinkedIn. See y'all next time.